We're starting off in a big way because actress Miriam Silverman was born to be in the spotlight, literally. Okay, listen to this. Her birth was broadcast live on Good Morning America.
Oh, that Charlie Gibson, he loved that sort of thing. Now she is standing in the spotlight with a Tony Award in hand. Last weekend, Silverman won the Tony Award for Best Featured Actress for her role as Mavis Pardo Bryson in the revival of The Sign in Sidney Brustein's window.
Yeah, I actually got the esteemed honor of getting to speak with her there. Back in May, this was fresh off her hearing she was nominated for a Tony. And she said it's been the role of a lifetime.
I've been doing theater for a long time, and I've been lucky enough to do a lot of plays that I really love and are meaningful. And I've also done some plays that are, you know, you do for different reasons, right, or like are not as impactful on you personally. And this is definitely in the top 5, if not the top experience theatrically.
The revival stars Oscar Isaac and Rachel Brosnahan. It started on the stage at the Brooklyn Academy of Arts before moving to Broadway. This morning, Miriam Silverman joins us. Welcome to New York Living.
Thank you so much.
It is a real treat. I've been very jealous of her.
Me rubbing elbows with the celebrities.
Yeah. Congratulations on the award.
Thank you so much.
It was very prescient, you meeting with this. Yeah. So talk to us about it.
I mean, I guess Alex made it happen, right?
She is the good luck.
Yeah.
Yes, I will take the credit.
Yeah. Run with that.
I'm just going to tell everyone, you know what? Come on our show.
And you'll win a Tony.
Let us talk to you and you'll win a Tony.
It's so funny watching that clip and remembering back to that day at the press junket, because I was still, I think, in some kind of shock from the nomination. I just never expected that this journey with this play that started so many years ago would have taken me there. And now I'm sort of in a similar state of new shock from the win. I still kind of can't believe that it ended that way. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah. It is amazing. It is so incredible just watching the journey from you being fresh off the nomination and now not as fresh, but pretty fresh off of winning. I mean, ride that emotional high, the roller coaster. Now, so the plan for this revival was not to go to Broadway.
No.
But tell us about how it eventually made its way to the Great White Way.
Yeah, my journey with this play started almost 8 years ago, and Annie Kaufman, our director, invited me to do a very informal reading of it in her living room. A year later, we did a production at the Goodman Theater in Chicago, which was wonderful, and we had this incredible cast and a great production, and then it took a number of years to get the New York production to happen. And when BAM was finally interested, and Annie and the producers, David Binder and everyone at BAM could line up Oscar and Rachel, we were ready to go. But we thought that was it. That was the plan. We were going to do this limited run at BAM, which was, in some ways, it felt like the perfect theater, the perfect venue. It was amazing. I think Oscar and Rachel both had film projects they had to run off to. And as we ran it at BAM, and it was going so well, and we had this experience night after night of people coming and saying, how did I not know this play? The brilliant Lauren Hansberry, undiscovered masterpiece, blah, 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 right? We just were, I think everybody realized even more how special it was, what we had. And then as people's schedules changed and a Broadway theater opened up, there began to be chatter, but still we closed at the end of March not knowing this was happening. We closed, and a week later, I was on vacation with my family, and I got a call saying, I think we're going to Broadway in 3 weeks.
I just got the chills for you.
Yeah.
So how did you evolve the character? Did you make tweaks? Did you make changes? Is it the same character that we saw in Chicago, or different?
I think just being a little bit older and having lived more life. I had a great conversation with my director, with Annie, the other day, and she said something really beautiful to me, which was that she felt like it was already so great in Chicago, but there was something in returning to it that she saw me fully diving in without kind of putting any boundaries or safeguards around it, and I felt that way. Like, it's a really complicated character. She's deeply flawed, and to try to find the humanity there and to ask the audience to be empathetic towards someone who is a bigot is a really tricky proposition, and we realized this time working on it, the only way to do that successfully is to not shy away from any of the hard edges, any of the ugliness. You just got to do it.
Yeah, you got to just fully
Yeah.
I mean, and it obviously worked.
Right.
Because.
Well, I think that is the beauty of any narrative.
Yes.
Stage, book. When you can look at the person who's so gross at the beginning and at the end be like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
I understand you.
Yeah.
You did the thing,
It's a
lady!
testament to her right here. It's a testament to the acting chops on this one. Now, we mentioned that the show stars Rachel Brosnahan, but in addition to working alongside her here, you also got to share the screen in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
I did a couple episodes over the course, but you know, I actually never got to be in a scene with Rachel. So,
Really?
No, I was in the newsroom with Tony Shalhoub's storyline.
Oh, yes.
So Rachel and I met for the first time when we did a reading of this play, I think in 2021.
Okay.
At some point when we were thinking about BAM. And then this last season, I happened to be on set on the same day as Rachel, so we got to say, we're doing the play. Yeah.
That is so funny.
Yeah,
oh my God, I love like a little behind the scenes peek
here.
here.
As though your work is not tiring enough. You are a professor at Tisch. I hope you're charging extra now that you are a Tony winner.
Well, I haven't renegotiated my contract for next year, so
They better get those pens ready.
Did you yourself study theater, and what is that like?
I did. Not in undergrad. I studied Chinese language and literature.
Of course, because why not?
Why not? And that actually started in high school. I grew up here. I went to Bronx Science, and there was a
Yay!
yeah. Actually, the principal of Bronx Science, when I was there, came to the show the other night, and I got to see him for the first time in like 20 years.
Oh my gosh! Talk about a full circle moment.
But so in college, I studied that, but I did a lot of theater, and I really got hooked on plays and performing, and so I did do my MFA in acting. Yeah. So I went to the Brown Trinity program for that. And right after graduating, I worked with Zelda Chandler, who used to run the MFA program at NYU, and I met everyone there, and I started teaching there over the years. I also teach in the dramatic writing program now, too, so both at Tisch in 2 different departments, and I love it.
Your classes are going to be full.
There's going to be a wait. I was just going to say there's going to be a wait list to get into these
classes.
classes.
The way, 2 of those people are going to be my
We're gonna. What is that called when you go you audit? We're gonna be auditing that class. Okay, you're born and raised New Yorker, which we love. New York's very own. You said in your Tony's acceptance speech that you grew up going to the theater.
I did.
So, we have to know favorite show.
Okay.
If you can even pick.
I mean, so many.
They're all, yeah.
I remember seeing Anything Goes at, in the Lincoln Center. My dad brought me when I was a kid, and that was like, oh, I think I memorized every single word to every single song in that, and then like sort of just learned the entire Cole Porter sound, all of his scores. Yeah. And then I've thought about it recently. I have some real strong memories of plays that impacted me as far as watching actresses perform.
Yes.
And I remember getting to see Cherry Jones in The Heiress in that production. Unforgettable. I also remember her and Mary Louise Parker in Doubt when it was first, right? Her in Doubt and Mary Louise in Proof. I mean, there's this list of these great actresses who are today some of my favorites that I got to see when I was a young kid growing up here.
And now they can come see you.
Yes.
Or maybe we'll work together.
Exactly.
Well, we were going to say, what's your dream role? If you have one.
It's funny, I don't have one. I have so many that I want to play, but I also am such a new play person that I feel like the dream role is probably something that's being written by one of my favorite playwrights in their office right now that's yet to be discovered.
Well, we'll be there front and center when it happens.
Yes. Give us the early heads up with what you're going to be doing.
We would be remiss. We don't have a camera, but you brought your daughter with you.
I did.
And what is that like for you as a mom? I mean, you're at the pinnacle, lady.
Yeah, it's been amazing to share it with her. My daughter Stella is 9, and she's been really involved. She comes to the theater with me. She hangs out. She knows the cast. She came to our opening night and to the party. I also have a 4-year-old son, Henry, who is not quite as aware of all of what's going on.
There.
He just knows Mommy's gone a lot right now. But I think Stella can really appreciate the excitement.
Oh, there they are. We got them. We got you.
There you are. Are you proud of Mommy?
Yeah. What do we think? We have a future Broadway star.
I think so.
in our
She's told me
midst?
she's going to win a Tony someday also. So there you go.
Okay, well,
Yep.
it's been said on
Just
live
don't
television.
forget us.
Yeah.
We'll probably still have the same couch.
Yes,
but
come
we'll save a
back
spot
when
for
when you win. Come sit and chat with us.
This has been such a treat.
It really
you
has
guys.
been.
Yeah, my pleasure.
We love you. We
Thank
love the
you.
Broadway community. We wish we were a part of it. We feel like we're Broadway
You are.
adjacent.
We're
You
Broadway
are
adjacent.
now.
Oh, also, by the way, I complimented her on her pedicure.
Oh, yes.
And your response was?
Shining.
It was my Tony pedicure.
Had these toes
Keep it going.
until there's
It's a
one
really
little
good
sliver
nail
of it.
salon.
We'll have to get the notes on that when we go to the commercial break because, you know, I'm always looking. Miriam Silverman, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
being
both
here.
so much.
Congratulations.
Thank
Continued
you.
success. We cannot wait to see you in whatever may be next.
Thank you so much.